Good evening, doctors. Welcome again. Today we are going to discuss about Alport's nephrology. What is the prevalence of Alport syndrome? So the prevalence of Alport syndrome is 1 in 5,000. 1 in 5,000. Okay. A 62-year-old man on chronic hemodialysis for the management of end-stage renal failure, secondary to polycystic kidney, is seen for review. His current medication include alpha calcidol, simvastatin, lanthanum carbonate, felodipine. X-ray of his hand shows changes of osteitis fibrosa cystica. His blood test shows serum calcium 2.6, serum phosphate 1.7, alkaline phosphate 321, PTH 86. What is the most appropriate treatment? Is hypercalcemia. So the most appropriate treatment here is refer to parathyroidectomy. Okay. So here is the explanation. Alport syndrome is an important condition to know for MRCP Part 1. It is the commonest form of hereditary glomerulopathy, prevalence 1 in 5,000. Type 4 collagen mutation is responsible for this syndrome. Okay. Refer to parathyroidectomy. This patient is not on any calcium containing phosphate binders. Often calcium carbonate is also used as a first line therapy for this indication. Newer non-calcium containing phosphate binders including silvamide and lanthanum carbonate. Prevention of this severe secondary tertiary hyperparathyroidism. Okay. Now, 63-year-old man sustained a myocardial infarction. Echocardiography showed poor left ventricular function and he was started on pridopryl furosemide. In addition to aspirin and simvastatin, his serum creatinine on admission to the coronary care unit was 134. He was seen in follow-up 2 weeks post-discharge as he had felt unwell. Routine blood test shows a serum creatinine 356 and serum potassium 5.9. What is the most appropriate investigation to determine etiology of his deteriorating renal function? So here we need to do renal ultrasound, Doppler renal ultrasonography. Okay. What is the commonest form of glomerulonephritis in adult is? In adult is IgA nephropathy. Okay. 38-year-old diabetic with type 1 diabetes diagnosed at the age of 12, present with right loin pain and investigation reveals urea 32, serum creatinine 521, serum potassium 6.7, previously had left nephrectomy. Following trauma, she was catheterized and found to be anuric. A plain abdominal x-ray showed no urolithiasis. What is the cause of her renal failure? So the cause of her renal failure here is papillary necrosis. Okay. Now, you have been asked to see a 43-year-old man because of electrolyte disturbance. He had a past history of multiple sclerosis and suffered from ataxia, numbness of his left leg and trigeminal neuralgia. Investigation: serum sodium is 121, potassium 3.7, urea is 2.9, creatinine 99. What is the cause of electrolyte disbalance here? So here is the cause is SIADH, syndrome of inappropriate secretion of antidiuretic hormone. Okay. Now, renal ultrasound. To determine the deterioration in renal function is due to renal artery stenosis. Non-invasive investigation should be undertaken first and ultrasound combined if as possible Doppler studies. Disparity in the size of kidney hinting about possibility shrinkage of the kidney due to renal vein stenosis on one side, therefore possible early stenosis on opposite side. Okay. IgA nephropathy is the commonest form of glomerulonephritis and found is approximately 30% of renal biopsies of primary glomerular disorder. Presenting in young adult males, recurrent episodes of macroscopic hematuria which is accompanied of pharyngitis. IgA nephropathy may occur with systemic manifestation of arthritis, palpable purpura, GI symptoms, and such as Hanoch-Schönlein purpura. Okay. Papillary necrosis. Presence of anuria makes a urological cause more likely to renal cause. For acute renal failure, most patients with other listed condition will be passing urine. Okay. Now, syndrome of inappropriate ADH, antidiuretic hormone, most commonly caused by drugs including chemotherapy, vincristine, vinblastine, cisplatin, chlorpropamide, psychiatric drugs, thiazide drugs, proton pump inhibitor, addition carbamazepine, one of the most used for the drugs for trigeminal neuralgia. Okay. Now, a 32-year-old woman who is being managed by the GP for pains and lethargy comes to the renal clinic. On examination, she is hypertensive at 165/90 and looks pale. Investigation: hemoglobin 10.2, WCC 12.3, platelets 151, serum sodium 139, serum potassium 4.9, creatinine 154, urine blood positive, protein positive, renal biopsy positive, staining for complement IgM and IgG. Which of the following is most likely diagnosis? So this is a case of systemic lupus erythematosus. Systemic lupus erythematosus. Okay. 35-year-old man present with hypertension but is otherwise well. His father died of cerebral bleed at the age of 46, but his mother is alive and well on no medication. Investigation: urea 12, serum creatinine 231, hemoglobin 14.4. What is the most likely cause of renal impairment and hypertension? Here she is a young, that's why the cause here is adult polycystic kidney disease. Okay. A 70-year-old man has multiple medical problems including epilepsy, atrial fibrillation, left ventricular failure. He is admitted after an acute diarrheal illness, has rapid rise in his creatinine 220. The protein binding to which of the following drugs likely to be significantly altered? So best answer here is phenytoin. Best answer here is phenytoin. Let's discuss. We already discussed this. Now, you are asked to see a 71-year-old man who has a history of benign prostate hypertrophy and was admitted 24 hours previously with urinary tract infection. He also has a history of type 2 diabetes and takes a range of medication including gliclazide, pioglitazone, ramipril, amlodipine. He is initially treated with gentamicin and you are asked to review his renal status. His blood pressure on examination 105/63. His pulse is 88 and regular. Investigation: hemoglobin 11.7, WCC 14, platelet 232, sodium 138, potassium 5.4, creatinine 232, urinary sodium 7, glucose 10.4, through gentamicin level 2.6. Which of the following is most likely cause of her renal impairment? So here the most likely cause is prerenal failure. That is prerenal failure. Okay. Systemic lupus. Woman, history of joint pain, lethargy, supportive of underlying diagnosis, SLE. Whilst we are not given the autoimmune profile, we are giving the staining on renal biopsy like IgG, IgM complement, usually in lupus. Okay. Adult polycystic kidney disease. Younger the patient, more likely there may be a secondary cause of hypertension. The presence of renal impairment together with the family history cerebral bleed in the patient, father at the age of 46. Okay. Phenytoin. Acidic drugs undergo significant reduced protein binding in the patients with renal failure. Examples of acidic drugs including digoxin and phenytoin. Okay. Prerenal failure. Given that he is under follow-up for his psoriatic hypertrophy, post-renal failure is less likely than pre-renal failure. The low urinary sodium and relatively hypotension also fit better with pre-renal failure, gram-negative urinary sepsis. So guys, I hope till here it's very much clear for you. Thank you. Good day. Goodbye. That's all for today. If you like this video, put like on it, and if you're new on my channel, please subscribe it. That's all for today. Dhanyavad.